I don't give a damn. Put it in subscriber mode. He's not allowed to talk. What's up, YouTube? It's Mark Nisi News, BingeGaming.tv. These motherfuckers, they're not even sub. They're trying to talk in the middle of these legendary review sessions. Get them out of here. It's only $5. You can tickle old man's gooch. You can go over to your neighbor and tickle old man's gooch for $5, man. It's Mark Nisi News, dude. And it's Anivia. Egg Nivea. Tickle an old man's gooch. He'll give you $5 for that shit. If he doesn't have like a lawn to mow. There's gotta be some like Herbert pervert type shit where you can just... Everybody likes that. Feels good. Doesn't matter who you are, dude. Feels good. Sardacious. See, that's what I'm talking about. He just got done tickling a gooch. Now he's subbed. Drop some hype train, dude. Thanks. Thanks for going over to old Billy and... Nice. Nice. What we got here? We got Ari. And we got Egg Nivea. The battle. Now, I love this matchup for you. I feel like 9 times out of 10 in solo queue, as long as we're getting items, the onus is on Ari to do really fancy shit. And, we don't have to do anything fancy. We got a TF jungle. Interesting. Let's really try to avoid that next time. You use your Q to try to harass. Generally speaking, you want to use your Q not to just harass, but to try to harass through minions, so you deal extra damage to the minions as well, okay? There's really no point of hitting this Q as Anivia here. We're very rarely going to even be able to get Thunderlords off. All we're doing is expending mana to hit a skill shot that even if it hits, it's not going to do much for us. So it would be much better to just kind of come to the side, maybe try to fling the skill shot over minions and hit the guy, or just use our Q to push minions so that we don't get level 2'd with a huge wave coming towards us. Early levels is kind of rough on Anivia, so we want to try to make sure that we're making these decisions. These decisions need to be especially clean. Now, as a result, you know, you've got all those minions, so you're scared to auto back. Like, I'm right there with you. You're scared to trade back. And that's fine. This is why I wanted that. Okay. Go ahead and get this minion out of here. Auto that. Get that out and set up, because this is going to push. You're going to need to set up to farm these. Farming is very important as Anivia. Good damage, and she didn't really aim that charm. I was gonna say you dodged it, but you really didn't dodge it. Hold on a second. There we go. My shit was glitching. TF's coming in. Can't kill here. You can't. You can if she's stupid. Okay. I'm happy this works out for you, and you know, I'm actually kind of happy that you're... It's weird, because, like, if I'm Ari, I just want to get the egg and get out. But this Ari's stupid, so it looks brilliant, right? It looks like you just kind of egg bait, and it's great. Which, it is great, all things considered. But, like, the way you play that skirmish scares me a little bit. Because you were like in the minions and everything, and I'm just thinking like, man, you know, we don't know where Amumu is. I mean, we know on the replay, and there's just so many minions. I'm scared to give my passive away like that. So, I guess you're fine, dude. I'm giving you a hard time about playing that aggressively, but I guess it's okay, because people will fall for the egg bait and low, and, you know, that happens enough to where it's okay. It's an okay attempt. I'm always just scared if I get counter ganked there as Anivia. You know what I'm saying? So, like, when you step over that many minions to go in, I'm kind of like, oh, if he shows up, you guys are both fucked so hard. because of the way that played out. Like, Ahri has like a level advantage, and there's just so many minions. Like, I don't know. It's cool that it works though. So just understand that I'm not saying that baiting with egg is bad. I'm saying that baiting, like, going into that, if their jungler shows up, it's like absolute tragedy, and your whole fucking game is over. Just so you know. I gotta really bring that home. Because there was no wards down. It's just TF doing an early gank and hoping for the best. And that gank lasts a pretty long fucking time if you think about it. Alright, so we got level 5. Is it normal for someone to max Q and E? I thought it was just Q. Or, I'm sorry, I thought it was just E. I'm not gonna nitpick you so hard because I don't know. Okay, here comes the gank. You don't have egg. Good job. You avoid the gank. Your spacing is good. You're following. Why, though? What are we gonna do at this stage as Anivia here? I guess is my question. So TF tracks the Amumu. But remember, dude, levels. Always remember levels. You don't get baited into your dumbass teammates, okay? You need to think about levels. He's not, because he's a Muppet. He's a Muppet with a dream, okay? Amumu out levels. I'm telling you, levels is everything. TF is a utility, rarely a jungle, is a utility champ. Don't get baited into these fucking fights. This is a shit fight. If TF can handle himself, that's great. But don't get baited into this shit. Look, see the difference? That's level difference. That's what that is. And you just get baited into it and burn your flash, okay? Don't just look at levels. I'm telling you, it's that easy. If you've got numbers, that's one thing, but you don't have numbers. The lane is even. Ahri's gonna beat you there. Just push your lane. Push your lane because you have teleport. Ninja! Great name, thank you. Welcome. Drop sub hype chain form. Now, you're backing, and also you just have a tier, dude. You're not gonna be doing anything yet. Get your items. Now here, I like this better. You know why we like this better? Is because we know where Ahri is. I like this a lot better because we know where Ahri is. If we see her move, then we can space out. We would still have our flash to space with. Here, we get his flash, plenty. You're probably gonna wall, I think. Okay, no, you don't choose to wall. That's fine. Oh my god. Why doesn't she go in on you? Forward, jump the wall. Not even jump the wall, just dash forward. E, you were gone. Yeah, this Ahri doesn't want it as bad as she should want it. Thankfully, she doesn't. She could be assisting there, and you guys would be screwed. But like I said, the reason this works better is because the lane's on this side, so we have vision of Ahri and where she's at. Thankfully, she plays it wrong, but whatever. That's why I'm saying when you have these weird skirmishes where the lanes like break even, don't do it, dude. Not until you're, not until you're level 6, not until you have some items. Don't try to force shit. Anivia beats champs by farming up and getting huge, dude. That's how you win games. A lot of mids. That's the story of assassins versus, non-assassins. TF takes your blue. That sucks. Not much you can do about that. See, you're just winning lane. Just winning lane. Just getting bigger and winning lane. That's what we're about. Your farm could be a lot better. I assume you would know that, though. You're pinging, Ahri's missing, and you're shoving. Okay, there we go. Back away. Reset. That's great. I like how you're playing this. Just get big, push waves. Get big, push waves. So far, so good, homie.
Red team has slain the dragon.
I'm all on board. This is boring, but this is what we gotta do. That's a good trade there. I'm almost wondering if you could wall him sometimes and try to just kill him straight out, but it's okay. I'd be kind of scared to do that too because I wouldn't want Ari to come down. Because I don't have my flash. That's the other thing. Your aggression kind of changes depending on whether or not you have your flash. Like how, you know, the plays that you try to make or the picks that you try to make to open the map up. Normally, it's not really worth it if you pick a support and then get picked yourself. So that's why you need flash to make sure that, hey, if I get this pick, at least I can flash out. We're getting bigger and bigger.
Red team double kill.
Pretty, in terms of like build path, this is pretty standard Anivia shit here. Just make sure that we're maxing the E first, as opposed to whatever you did. You must have misclicked. I can only assume that you misclicked when you were leveling earlier. Now, we should definitely be loosening up, actually, now. There's no reason not to. Loosen up. You've got egg now. You've got flash now. Let's loosen up. Ari's mana is low. We're playing really scared. Don't even bother leading with Q here. There's no point. Just fucking R him in the face and E him. Okay? If he goes ham on you, you're fine. He can't kill you right here. You're beefy, dude. Yeah, you should be loosening up and pushing into him. This is where I don't like this anymore. I don't like what we're doing here. I think that we're not taking enough advantage of the situation. By now, we're big enough. We need to push the lanes. We need to start taking advantage of our situation. Good, thank you. I don't know why we're not pushing into him though, you know? There's no reason not to. You crush him now. You both trade flashes. We're up on the turret. This is all well and good for me. This is great. Right about now is when you need to start considering getting away. You're not. That scares me. She has ult. She could very easily just like path in with her ult and go ham on you. Trendamir is doing some really sloppy diving. Ari gets a pick. You don't really know that she's roaming, so that's fine. Now, this is where, like I said, I want to see you pushing back. You have egg. She doesn't have flash. There you go. Push in. No, don't just throw our E out, though. Don't just throw our E out for no purpose. See, this is what happens when you're not prioritizing getting this wave pushed first. You're like pushing and like harassing at the same time. Just get the wave in so you see where people are. We don't know where Yorick is. And we don't have vision down, really. We have this ward down, but we don't have anything over here. So just get this out. You don't have flash right now. Push that in and then back away and see where people are. You're dead here. Right? Cool. It's definitely worth for you. Wow, that TF does no damage. Next time, don't blow your Q. Just to blow it, okay? Just get the wave shoved in first. Figure out where people are and then do your thing. Here, this is a good roam. Unfortunately, you're going over wards to do it. But I would be 100% just going in on this turret. I don't know why you're going this deep, though. Do you have wall? Wow, this Trendamir. I guess the teleport's cool, because you have the teleport to after you make the dive attempt. You don't have egg anymore. Cool. Sweet. So far, my biggest qualms this game is the fact that we is that we overplayed a little early game gank that got us ahead, and that we weren't pushing our lanes fast enough when we got the advantage. How do you lose this? Oh, this might be how. Overplaying this a little bit. Nope, you're fine. You need to be backing and going into mid. Yeah, I think we're overstaying a little too long here. Probably back here. I'll show you where I think we should have probably left. Because now we don't have egg, we don't have flash, and we just picked up, I think we just picked up a shutdown, right? Am I reading this right? Yeah, we just picked up a shutdown. Dude, go back after this kill. You make a great little roam with your TP, a really like good heads up like TP roam. Like back right here. We're not, you know, we don't need to stay here right now. They should be able to handle themselves, or at least push on their own. But you stay, and I think this is just kind of, even if you want to just shove that, like here you should have backed. Yeah, you waited too long. But I like your roam. I just think that after you got the kill, we need to be in carry mode and just back and get our next power spike and then go back to mid. Because we give up mid tower because of this. Because of how long we stay. And we could definitely get our own mid tower. But we kind of stay bot, and we're staying bot to do a little bit of damage to the tower, but we're never going to get it down, and we don't have enough mana to do anything. We don't have flash, we don't have our egg. We can't make any plays right now. And our health is really low. So I would have much rather us okay, first things first. I like that we're trying to challenge because we can. But one little note about this is that the wave is here. Anivia always works better in a wave. Always works better in a lane. In these types of situations, like, and Draven is really big. And again, I'm pretty sure we don't have our egg. Maybe egg's back up. But like, we gotta be super careful with the fed Draven. This is kind of you versus Draven right now, I feel like. So I would have liked, I like that you warded and saw him and attempted a Q, but you really shouldn't be too gung-ho about fighting him if the Q isn't going to hit. Next time, you throw the Q out if it doesn't look good, if he's reacted to the ward or whatever, you just back away and walk into your wave here and get your farm up. But the way you play it, you didn't seem enough, you didn't seem scared enough of him. Not much you can do about that. I think he flashed or something, so that's great. You're like, cool, he flashed for an idiot. Sweet. That's what I would be thinking. So now I can hopefully pick him later.
Red team has slain the dragon.
That's hilarious. So cool. Tryndamere pushing. How do you guys lose this? Okay, you did kind of waste flash down there, but it's not the worst thing in the world. I like that you're pushing. Caitlyn's not hitting turrets because he's a monkey. Start peeling back now. This is great. Reset. Oh, they're really bearing down on turrets. That's unlucky. You're going to be here in time, though. I think you could have backed sooner, but it's whatever. Tryndamere's going for the back door. You need to... Fuck. Dude, that's it. That was how you lost this game. That was the play that could have won this game, dude. And honestly, I hate to boil it down, because I was wondering, I was like, how are we losing this game? How is this a loss? That was the play that totally changes the tone, dude. It was checkmate. It was checkmate in terms of map pressure. I was wondering this whole time. I was like, man, this guy's playing pretty fucking low. I wonder what goes wrong. That was the whole momentum shift right there. Here it comes. So you come in. Life is good. Life is good. You got 5 people mid. And Trendemir's going for the back door. Which means all you have to do is wave clear and stay alive. Wave clear and stay alive. And there's no rush because you're fucking Anivia and life is good. But you don't have flash. But all you had to do was just stand right here. And just put your R right on the edge. And you have your wall. You could just wall and R and do whatever you want. But instead, you come right here. And you don't need to be there. There's no need to be there. There's nothing for you. Okay? So you come forward and you wall. And you, of course, the one horrible tragedy that can happen happens, right? Bam. Charm comes out. You get hit by it. You get blown up. But you can't just get blown up here. You can't. Thanks, Squint. Appreciate it, man. So, thankfully, even though you get picked here, thankfully, it's not the end of the world, right? Like, I hate that you die there, and I honest to God believe that changes momentum a lot for you, because you get that shutdown, and Trindamere is still allowed to push, because what I thought was going to happen was you're going to get picked and people are going to back and defend Trindamere. But it doesn't happen, thank God. Trindamere is going to get the inhib, but he needs to back after he gets the inhib. I don't know where he's going. Oh, he's going down. Okay. Relatively smart rotation to mid. Actually, no, it's not. He needs to back and defend top, but he doesn't. You teleport forward. Why are we teleporting forward here, buddy? This is sketch to me. We don't have... Oh, maybe Egg's back soon. But we don't have Flash. We don't have our team. TF's back. Top is pushing. And mid was already going to fall. Mid was gone. So there's really no rush to get out into this fight. Caitlyn gets on a rampage, but you are so lucky. I'm telling you, Bard could just ult. Like, this is a horrible spot to be in. Thankfully, he doesn't. There's the ult. Waits way too long. You finally get picked off. This is all because we come out here. We don't need to be here yet. Let's wait for our cooldowns. Anivia is a very... I played with this fucking... I don't know if you know who Jukester is. But I played with this dude who's like an Anivia god. You never want to run around without really good control. Anivia is a control mate. It's all about control. You have all these tools at your disposal to carry. I'm telling you, Anivia is like a god tier mid right now, in my opinion. You have all these things in the world to carry with. But it all comes down to decisions and waiting for cooldowns and being patient like a chess player. You will never, ever fucking lose. You'll lose like such a small percentage of your game in low elos with Anivia because you have the massive wave clear and just the stupid level of shit that you can do. From walls to stuns to your egg baiting in low elo to massive wave clear to high damage. Like, I'm telling you, she's a god in low elo. She's an absolute batshit crazy god. This teleport was bad. And most of the stuff that you've done this game has been pretty good. But that teleport tells me that you weren't thinking like this turret was already going to fall. Let's wait for the cooldowns. Let's be patient. I don't trust my team. You need to realize when your team sucks. Like, you need to realize when your team sucks. You need to go, man, my team is so bad that we might be able to lose this game, even though I'm outclassing my lane. Like, you need to think that. You need to think, man, my team is not very good. I'm a little scared. If I die, we might just drop the game. And I need you to really get this in your brain because this is how this game is right now. Trendemir's losing lane. The only reason he got the inhib down was because York came down to mid and that you were so far ahead. The Draven is shitting on everyone. So if Draven's allowed to live, you might just lose anyways, right? If Bard ults you, you might just lose anyways. If Ahri engages on you, you might lose anyways. So it's very important that you take your shit in every fight very, very seriously. Because if you don't, watch, you die, your team is going to just collapse. They're going to fall apart. Right on fucking schedule, isn't it? Oh, I'm so good at reading that shit.
Red team double kill.
Soon as you're gone, your team dies. And your team dies when they're both at like 30% HP. You know that they're going to fuck up. You know that they're unclutch. This dude came out of lane with like a 1-5 start. He's unclutch. You have to be clutch. You have to go, man, there's no point in teleporting up here because I don't have big cooldowns. I don't have egg. Like, I just need to chill. I need to wait. I need to farm up. Maybe clear camps. Like, I just have to. Because there's no way. If you die, the whole game opens up. Also, if you die, your top laner, who kind of sucks, can't get any pressure. At the very least, even though this Tryndamere sucks and he's copying Boxer Pete. I copy Boxer Pete. He knows I love him. Even though your Tryndamere sucks and he's copying Boxer Pete, you need to be able to wave clear and stay alive. Every time you die, you don't allow this dude to get any pressure around the map.
Killing spree.
So you're just kind of farming up. That mid lane would be nice to be pushed. You eventually do it. I'd be careful with going down here, my friend.
Rampage.
I guess no one's pushing, so you're fine. Cool. No one was pushing. Top's pushing, so I guess it's okay.
Blue team has slain the dragon.
I have a question, though. Well played on this. I have a question on this situation. That dragon, Tryndamere gets it or whatever, right? I know you want to help your team, but it takes one rotation to get this pushing, to get this away from you. Tryndamere's probably dead anyways. And remember, lanes pushing gives you vision of the map. All this vision here. And also sets the wave up later to push back to you at a smarter time. Also, when your team's coming from base, they don't have to stop and clear the wave that you just left for some reason. Just walk up, press R, and clear this, dude. Don't ever walk over all these fucking minions like this. When there's like nothing that's like just right here, like it's an immediate situation that you can handle quickly. Don't do it. Every time you do that, you're just giving away XP to some shitter that isn't gonna do anything. In your Anivia, you want all the shit. So you walk by and it just pains me because I know that shit like this adds up later. When you do this, it adds up and it impacts power spikes. It impacts how fast. Take the farm. Your farm is at 127 right now. That's unacceptable as Anivia. Take your CS. You did it here too when you went to farm Rift. I didn't really point it out because I'm like, meh, it's not that big, but it is becoming a big deal because I see you stepping over the line all the time, and it's like, dude, that's just, you press R, that's gone. So do it. Fuck tunneling on kills. This isn't Call of Duty. Tons of people that have taken coaching from me get crazy KDAs and still earn fucking gold. It isn't Call of Duty. Farm and objectives and decision making. KDA means very little. Caitlyn would have been in position with you a little faster, too, if we had taken that. So here, top's pushing. That's great. You're pushing the wave finally. Push the wave, dude. What is this? Go and push it. Jesus Christ. Oh, man. I hate decisions like that because it tells me that you're just leaking XP and gold constantly. I hate that. It drives me crazy. Push the wave in. Push the next wave in even. Who cares? No one can get you yet. They're dealing with this shit in base. You can see them all. Caitlyn picks off Ahri. Again, we could push this before we move anywhere. Just an R press. Nothing, I'm telling you. Newbie teammates, nothing worth chasing. See, even if you show up, it's not always going to amount to a kill. You could have had that all pushing in, or you could have just pushed it in and then killed whoever defended. Instead, you want to fight with your newbies. Forget your newbies. That's solo XP that we're missing every time. Push the lane, then just run over and kill people. It's that easy.
Shut down.
Your team gets wiped.
Double kill.
Your team gets wiped and they get Baron.
Red team has slain Baron Nashor.
This looks familiar to me. I'm backing up to where you decided to TP to show you. Here, we can push this wave in. We can keep people with us. TF's over here. We push this wave in. There's a chance that we can pick somebody off. There's a chance that we shove a huge wave into turret and then no one responds. There's also the added benefit of having all this vision and to be able to flank people and zone them off of CS and maybe get a pick. What you do is you teleport to here with the hope of, like, I don't know, hitting some like miraculous wall without flash and do all this other shit, when in reality Anivia operates best in a lane environment. Just push a lane. Push a lane and fuck people up. But you are just going to bottom side, which exposes the top half of the map for some reason, instead of applying pressure elsewhere. This doesn't apply pressure. Fighting with newbies doesn't apply pressure. Twitch, YouTube, it does not. Killing newbies, getting 20 kills does not apply pressure to the map. This applies pressure to the map. This is a minion wave. Minions hit the turret. They deal damage to the turret. People have to respond to it. Pushing this, teleporting top, would have been even way better than fighting with newbies. It does not make people go into the base. You want them in the base. Put them in the base. Don't fight with them where they can run away, they can bait you around, and then they get to farm at their leisure whenever they feel like it. Make them get punished for fighting you. If the wave is at the turret, they fight you here and then you win. Because even if they slightly beat you or you lose a trade or whatever, they're getting punished. They're getting taxed. Turret damage is being dealt. That is gold. They're not going to Baron. They're not able to do anything because they're in the base. This walking by waves, when you have a spell that literally clears a wave, you press it and the wave is gone. I don't understand why we need to haul ass over here as a mobile Anivia. Push R, shove this, teleport top, shove this, shove the next wave. Now you're huge, and now no one can Baron when your team sucks dick, which they will inevitably do in low elo. They are inevitably going to suck dick in low elo. That's why Smurfs carry, and that's why people get stuck when they're doing well. It's because they don't understand what wins the game. This wave wins the game. This fight may win the game. Most of the time, though, it's kind of it's a fucking toss. I have no idea if we're going to win off of this or not. Because who knows? My teammate might see me teleport and literally just run back to the base. My teammate might see me teleport and literally just fucking flash into them in suicide because I'm there. Their team might see me teleport and just have a moment of greatness and just shit on me, and now I have no pressure on the map, when I literally could have pressed a button and applied pressure on the map. Alright. That's what this game is to me. This game is a good player who can definitely escape this elo, who refuses to push fucking lanes. Push lanes first before you do shit. Dragon is not worth chasing over minions. Team fights are not worth chasing over minions. Push the waves, then you will win more games. Alright, this is Martin ECNews, BingeGaming.tv. Overall, like I said, I think you're pretty good. And I think that, in general, you have a pretty good understanding of, like, you know, how much damage I do, how to all in or whatever. But get your farm up. Push the lanes, dude. Push the lanes. And then, obviously, when you have a split pusher, don't just die. Bait. Dance. Dance better on that spot where you died here. But, yeah, go around. Push waves first. All right? I love all you guys. I'm out. Peace, cracks.